Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create your own story selling video slides on a topic you want. So I got Sherry here, and what she wants to do is she wants to take these slides from, it's like 100 or so. So she picked the slides that she wants. So she wants to go through here, and when we select this little slide preview on 83, we can move the right arrow keys on your computer. There was a time when air was air, water was water, and food was food, and poison was poison. But now, the air we breathe is polluted, the water we drink is polluted, the food is sprayed, and poison. Look at this man. He's wearing a hazmat suit. What is he spraying? He's spraying death on our plants. Did you know? And then just kind of going through that. Then she wants to talk about the cute little babies and the 287 industrial chemicals and how the mothers are being bombarded. And we need to help the moms to detox. And if mothers are doing that, how much more for all of us? We're born with a disposition, a weakness with all sorts of chemicals. So yeah, we need to cleanse. How often do we need to cleanse? As long as we are in a toxic world. So she wants to, like, these slides is what she wants to cover. So what I was sharing to do is start at the beginning, 83. I like to hold shift. I'm going to scroll over here to 90. I'm going to hold shift and then select 90. So now you see how they're all purple? That means they're all selected. So I'm going to hit Control C for copy. So now they're all in your clipboard. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to go home. Hit this little home button in the top left corner. And then, because you're actually on a different account, so for those watching, if you're on your same account, you could just go straight to opening like presentation, hit create new there, but she needs to switch accounts. So she didn't go to Sherry. And now that you're on your account, it's going to be nice and fun. Your keys has glow. They want you to see what things have changed. So we're going to... Wow, they got 110 million users.
Wow.
Well, that was fun. Looks like we just exit out of it. And then, once you exit out of your Canva, the next step you want to do, don't write that down. Let me pause this. All right, we're back. So now we have Canva. Basically, you want to make sure you're on your account. Most people watching will already be on their own account. So you want to look for this like orange little presenter slide. You see the little like whiteboard or slides. So it says presentation, create new. You can create it there. Or you can hit this big fat purple button, create a design. And when you select it, it's going to ask you, well, what kind? Well, presentation, 16 by 9. This is what we're looking for, presentation. So you select that, and it's going to create a blank presentation. But remember, we have the slides in our clipboard, right?
Clipboard, yeah.
Yeah, so we can just select. You want to make sure to select down there. See how it's yellow every time we click it?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so and then you hit Control V, and then you paste it. All of the stuff we just put on our clipboard.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
That's so easy.
So easy, and you're ready to go. And then this first one, we could basically delete that. So I'm going to delete that. And then you talked about how you want to put your story on there, right? So how you're going to do that is you go over to, this is blank that I created just before recording. So I'm going to move that to trash so it's not confusing to you. Another thing that I would do is title it. What's the name of this video? You remember? It's okay. We can title it later. And then on here, see, you have the, on your personal account, you have Katharina's Health Webinar. So you can actually open that. And because we're on the app, this isn't quite opened on full screen. So I'm going to click this open new tab button because I want it to be on a tab right here. So you want to define you on there. Another thing you do like this welcome, you can actually borrow this if you want to use it as like a hook slide. So we can copy that and we can paste it in the front, hit Control V, and ooh, whoops. Yeah, no, that just duplicated everything. So I'm gonna hit Control Z on that. I only want to copy this right here. that's what's going on, because you didn't actually duplicate it.
Didn't
That's
duplicate what?
the reason you guys are having a problem with that. Okay, I'll fix that later, because that's not the case that most people are having.
What are you talking about?
Well, right now it says comment only. See how her slides say comment only?
Oh.
So you somehow added this without actually.
I don't know how I added it.
That's okay. We're just. I think Katharina added it for you, but we're not going to do it that way. So we're going to go back to this one that you can edit, and make sure that you are able to.
I've never been into my account, so I don't know how
That's
those
okay.
get in there.
Don't worry about it. It's not an issue.
I didn't even.
But another way you could do it is if you're going through here and you want to select multiple, you can hold Control. So we got this welcome. We're going to copy welcome, but then we're going to go over. We're looking for Sherry, right?
Yeah, it's always...
Yours is like 130 or something. Here's Jill. Jill will hold Control and click that tab, and then there's you. So we'll hold Control. So right now we have 3 selected. I'm gonna hit Control C. Now they're all in our clipboard, and I'm gonna go back to that presentation that you were at. Go back to your account. Most people won't have to switch accounts, but because you have these 2 different accounts, I'm gonna X out that. Usually they just have to switch a tab. And we want it right here, right where we have these. That's why it's good to name it so it's not untitled. That's going to be confusing as far as navigating it. But when I hit paste, this should paste the 3 that I created. Yeah, right there, right? So I'm going to move this to be on number 1. That could be your title slide, and you could title it whatever the name of your thing is.
Okay.
And here are your stories. You can put it towards the end. You could put it in the middle. You can put it wherever you want.
Put it at the end.
Okay.
Easier for me to end.
And then so there's Jill's story. You're not necessarily emphasizing her saving money, but what we like about hers is when you zoom in, it says, I just finished a cleanse, and it was the best one I've ever done. So the thing about Jill is she has been through cleanses before. She's no stranger to cleanse. In fact, we could probably put it in the notes, because that's where the emphasis is here. And sometimes you can hit like another great way to fill your right here. So we already got this. Sometimes a great way to put these on here is hit Windows H. It may not work with the recording because we're already using the microphone, but this allows you to type. And Jill is no stranger to cleanses. She's gone through cleanses at Wildwood, from Uchee Pines, and she said this was the best cleanse that she has ever done. So there you go. There you got the Windows H really pops that up, and it makes it super simple and makes it easier. So you can actually put together your speaker notes with Windows H really fast, so you can just speak and let it dictate the stuff, and you can break it up if you want. So when you're situating it that way, and
I think we can take out the grocery bill part too.
Well, I mean, you can, but you could also, even though your emphasis isn't on that she saved money on her groceries, which we'll delete that, even just saying that, not only did she cleanse and feel great by learning to get rid of the toxin, she cut her grocery bills in half because she no longer craved the toxic foods. So you could still say that, it's just not the emphasis of like, you can't, like the conversation, you can't afford not to save it. Because what's cool is any story could be used to teach any selling point or persuasive point. You could tie in any story to any portion, because the and it's just by emphasizing certain portions of her story or anyone's story that still fits. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Whereas what the slide was originally, and often how we talk about her, is she saved money on her groceries, and 80% like her groceries and 20% like the health result. But now you're focusing 80% on the health result of her cleansing and losing weight, and she looks better.
Right, and this is just a little added input.
Yeah, like a little comment about it. And on top of that, like an additional side effect was she ended up cutting her grocery bill in half, and her cravings went away. Why? Because she became more alkaline and got rid of her toxins. you're like, and not only Jill, I went through this experience, and you share your story.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So for anyone watching too, and you, another thing you can do here is you can insert these stories like anywhere you want to.
Okay.
For you, you're choosing to put it at the end, and that's fine. But then some people might want to start with it too, and because stories capture people's attention, and you could, like, if you started with your story and said, "Look, I was able to lose weight. Why is that?" And then you framed everything here, not like this is what you should do, but this is what I did, and this is how it helped me. And then you sandwich it with like Jill's story. Then that could be
because
a great.
I lost weight on the shakes, a little
Mhm.
more weight, and plus the food cravings went away. Even though I
Yeah.
was eating,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I wasn't eating the
Yeah, you're
meat.
eating healthier.
I was eating healthier, but
Yeah.
it still helped with me with my cravings.
Yeah, so like with that, you might actually want to put your story first because that's pretty shocking to people.
Okay.
And that could frame how you share. It'll feel more like a testimony, like your experience, rather than like theoretical, just kind of going through that.
Yeah, that
This
makes
is how it works. And then for anyone listening, let's say you don't have your story on slides, and that's totally fine. You could even share Sherry's story, like borrow Sherry's story to build your story, and then you're able to teach, or you could borrow Jill's story to share yours, or Dave MacArthur's story you could put right here, and you could use a like someone else's story that has gone through the system or the science or the steps that you're going to teach in this video and got results. It's okay. It doesn't have to be you. But because it's you, then that's cool. You can teach that.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I'm glad I have a testimony.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, it's nice. And then like this, I wouldn't put welcome. I would put like your hook. What is the name of the hook? Do you have the database here? So we pulled up the hooks for Forever Pack Lighthouse content, and she wants to do shocking Red Cross study about toxin that'll surprise you. That's what she wants to do. So I'm going to copy that, and we're going to put it here. And you can actually shrink it by holding that. Click out, and then you can move it wherever you want. Ooh. And then another way you can shrink it is if you like select it, you could put the font size this way and put like 90. Woohoo! 90. That's another way that you can have a hook slide. And you don't have to do this to hook people's attention, but that might be good. But also, if you're going to use the Shocking Red Cross, we also want to put it up here where it says welcome. Select all that. We're going to paste it so that you know what you're referring to. Okay. But if you're going to use the hook about this Red Cross,
so
then
this will show up on
Canva. This will show up only on Canva when you're like home and you're looking at the name of all your files. Okay. Then see it's Shocking Red Cross study.
Oh, okay.
So, but if you're going to use that, then I would put the Shocking Red Cross afterwards. So, let these kind of go together. So I would put it before your story.
Okay.
And then, because this is what you're hooking them with, and you're like, not only that, but I went through I had a toxicity issue. And if you want to animate it too, you can actually hit Control D for duplicate, and you save yours for last.
Oh, the skinny one?
Yeah. And if you want to duplicate this, you can actually you can go through one slide at a time. Like here I was in Alaska, and you see this is me coming out of water, and then that's how I was afterwards.
I was in South Carolina here.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're in South Carolina. You don't have to say you were in Alaska there, but you can just say like I was overweight. But then while I was in Alaska, I was eating healthier, but I still had more weight to lose. And then someone got me on the products. They introduced me to Superfood Nutrition System, this world's first and only full-body nutritional cleanse. And look how much healthier and younger I look. And I'm feeling so much more amazing. And why is that? Because there was a time that air was air and water was water, food was food, and poison was food. But this, and then you could see the air quality is not good. So you go into it. But like that's kind of like the shocking thing. Yeah, and if you have this, because this is such a powerful hook, I would actually not have a this title slide because that's more powerful to have in the first few seconds because that makes people say what, and or what you could do too is you could put that at the very end, be like, hey, No,
I
you
don't think
you want
so.
it to like comment. What right here? What you might be able to do is say comment, and then something like webinar. Comment webinar. Or just that's it. Just comment webinar. And then while you're saying like, hey, I'm co-hosting a webinar on Thursday, just comment webinar for more information.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And then your slides are good to go. So you'll start there and you'll just walk them through and teach. And then how you share is you click up here to record. You record using Canva. You hit share. And then you scroll down. It says bottom left. You can't really see it. But it says present and record. When you scroll, you can see it.
Okay.
And then you select that. And then it starts getting you forward.
Then I just play and remove watermarks.
No, I would just go to Recording Studio.
Why is that there?
Oh, you could choose to take it off. That would be you. That would be your face. They're just showing you an example of where you would be put.
Okay.
But yeah, and you can move it like over here if you want, depending on what slide you're on.
Okay. So I can move it around?
Yeah, you can move it around wherever you want it to be.
Okay.
Yeah. And you go to Recording Studio and you can test it out and get it all situated. So that's how this works.
So can you pull that up again?
Yeah. Share, scroll down, bottom left, present and record.
So to
do it for free, go to Recording Studio.
Go to Recording Studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
On your free account, you can do that.
Okay.
And I guess they'll have a watermark, but that's okay. People post Zoom recordings with the Zoom watermark on there, just like a logo. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Sound good? Any questions?
I don't think so. I think I got it all set.
Cool.
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it.
Happy to hear.